day of May 21st. Myself and a young David Archuleta are sitting on stage at roughly 5:30 in the morning, LA time, at the Kodak Theater. We had performed last night 3 songs each, and then America voted for who they thought was most deserving of being season 7 champion of American Idol. So we're sitting there and, I don't know, talking about probably whatever we ate the night before. I don't know. And one of the producers walks up to us and says, David, because we're both named David. He said, I can't tell you who won last night, but I can tell you that the winner won by 12 million votes. Now in that moment, I thought, second place, hell yeah. Because if I was going to beat this juggernaut of a human being, it's going to be this razor thin margin. So 12 million, it's like, well, yeah, that tracks. Because all season, every time we'd go out in front of an audience, we'd all get cheers. It was awesome. And then young David Archuleta would walk out and the pitch would get louder and higher. And the girls loved them some David Archuleta. Right? Yeah. Okay. So I thought second place was in the bag for me. And when I tell you that that day was my favorite day, my whole time that I was on the show, I really mean it. For the first time in my Idol experience, there was no pressure. What's done was done. And I got to enjoy like performing with it was like, I don't know, musician flashcards. Like, oh, you're gonna play this song with ZZ Top, and oh, you're gonna sing this song with Bryan Adams, you're gonna sing this song with George Michael, and at the end of all of them, you get to stand on stage next to your buddy, and when they announce his name, you get to say, I love you, and move out of the way. Which I had played out in my head. I knew what I was gonna do. They were gonna say David Archuleta. Ryan Seacrest was gonna do, David Archuleta, whatever. And I was gonna turn, I was gonna give him a hug, I was gonna tell him I loved him, which I do, and I was gonna move aside, and he could sing the winner single. So we get to that moment, and I'm just waiting. Archuleta, boom, love you. Archuleta, boom, love you. David, cook, turn, hug him, I tell him I love him. And excuse my language, I believe I said to myself, wait, what the fuck? And then I notice Archie walking to the side of the stage. And then I have like a conscious blackout. My recollection of what happens from that point for the next like 24 hours is what I've seen on YouTube. I have no first-person recollection of it. My brain just went, nope. So I've watched the video a few times. I start crying. My guy liner runs. Not my choice. And then in the midst of all this celebrating and like trying to make sense of what just happened, which I still haven't done, somebody, the stagehand named Spencer, walks up and gives me a microphone and says, hey man, you're on. Lyrics are on that screen at the back of the theater. Huh? Oh yeah, the winner has to sing the winner single. And I had recorded my version of it 3 weeks ago, as did David Archuleta, as did Saisha Mercado. We all have our version out there somewhere. Mine's just a little bit more prominent. Just a little. So I just start going through the motions. I'm singing the song. I forgot, this black tuxedo jacket, a white tuxedo dress shirt, and a bow tie, undone. Because I don't know how to tie a bow tie.
I do.
Well, where were you 16 years ago? So at one point during the performance, they kind of corral myself and the rest of the top 10, and they bring us to this platform that's on the other side of the judges' table. So we're technically out in the audience, but we're elevated, so we're safe. And I'm just singing, and like looking around and trying desperately to take mental pictures, which I didn't do. And then there's camera people all along the floor, looking up at us, taking pictures from the most unflattering angle, and filming from the most unflattering angle. And as the credits roll on season 8, and there's confetti falling, and there's this 25-year-old kid with makeup on his face running down as he cries. And he's trying to sing a song about how this is like the time of his life. Now, white tuxedo dress shirt has betrayed him. And the bottom 2 buttons have come undone. And the shirt is splayed out. And he is singing out, just, yeah! And there on everybody's TV screen, behind the credits and the confetti, my belly button is free ball in America. My favorite part of that story happens a year later. I go back to the theater to pass the crown off to somebody who's become an extremely good friend of mine, a guy named Chris Allen. And there's a hallway in the back of the building that kind of takes you down to the dressing rooms. And in that hallway, they have all these framed or ornately framed photos of all these like important events in the history of the theater. Because they've hosted like Grammy Awards and Oscars in this place. And also some Idol finales. But there's pictures like Sidney Poitier and Jack Nicholson and Earth, Wind and Fire and Elton John. Crazy heavy hitters. And at the end of the hallway, some jackass hung a photo of me. And I'm standing there singing this song. I got Mike John standing next to me, I got Carly Smithson, I got David Archuleta. I have all these people that went through this incredibly unique experience with me, and I love them to death, forever and ever. And that photo is immortalized. And down at the bottom of the frame is my damn belly button. So as I play this song, please ignore the story I just told you.